They have released the dog. I'm Lil Rick the gamer, do it 100% gamer, bro. If no one else working hard, I would do it for the gamer. Yo, can't contain my flow. I need to play a game for sure. Maybe RTS, RPG, or maybe even MMO. Howdy, and welcome back to another video for Lucid Adventure Idle RPG. Now I need you to hit that like and subscribe buttons as I post content daily. Alright, today we're going to talk about my gear. Because somebody reached out in one of the videos and just like, yo, could you talk about the gear? Talk about the gear and everything. I'm like, you know what? That sounds like not a bad idea to talk about the gear that I use on my teams. We're just gonna go over through like the main account and everything. I don't know about the art, might look at the art, but all depends. But go through our weapon setup. We're currently got our farming gear on. This is the gear that we use to get the most gold that we can get the fastest. So some characters don't have gold acquisition time down on any of their weapons, so you just get something that can help you in just the efficiency of gold. So for warrior here we have character power up cost down, so not going to cost us as much as it would to power up our characters if we didn't have this on, because this is probably the best one that he has for his weapons in particular. Dark has one of his legendaries that he used. Normally I just power it up, but we're like at 1 second no matter what for the amount that we can level up towards. So more acquisition time down for us right now isn't as that big. If anything, we want ho cost down. We gotta get the cost to level up down more, and the amount of gold that we get, our acquisition bonus, that went up a lot more. So a few of them got blessed legendaries for them. A couple characters got some random blues that they have. I think yeah, like Choco here has a blue that leveled into. More likely I'm gonna have to transcend this just so I can get more out of it later on down the line. Well, mostly for the experience bonus for transcending a blue, but yeah. But it'll be a good one to transcend early on for people that's just looking to progress real quick, because transcending blues are pretty cheap in comparison to other things. So just Tempest regular legendary, but we're looking at on our equipped effect the acquisition time down. That's what we're looking at, which most of you guys should already know this by now. But since we're going through the gear, we're just going to go through and showcase everybody and what they have. Fortunately, Light has one that not only gives us acquisition time down, but character power up cost down. And if you notice, like a lot of these, if not all of them, are max, because we're at that point where transcending our weapons is being more and more important, because we're like maxed out on almost everything. Well, Pooh's probably not a good example, but you can see that we're either there or getting there, like to that point. And we're just trying to find the best that we can have for each character. Unfortunately, Heart Heater doesn't get one until you get his karma weapons, and on top of it, his like last blessed karma. So you're just using what as for him, I think, until then, like just random, because I don't think he has anything. Like you go through his list, I don't think he has anything in his list. All right, this is like probably the best one that you have. You got power up cost down, character power up cost down, acquisition. That's like the best thing that he has, but he doesn't have any acquisition time down per se. So this is like the only one. And then this one is really good because on the collection effect, got character max power up on Lulu. It's been such a long time since I've used them, and I never built them on the main. I mean on the alt. But you see, kind of getting there for the most part. It's another one that's character max power up, which we probably leveling it personally just for the character max power up now. Whenever we can. We don't have really many PvP coins, so we can't really go crazy. So let's go over to Swift set, the speed gear. Now here we're looking for team movement speed and team attack speed. Movement speed is going to be the animations of them moving across the screen, and attack speed is the animations of them attacking. The less frames, the better. Like this is one that kind of gets me because it's only so fast you can get. Like you gotta have like extremely high investment into this because it scales really low. And I mean, like how many frames can you remove anywhere, and how fast you can glitch the characters across the screen, right? So it's like there's only so much that you can get out of it. So I go for whatever gives the most, it gives the best. And some characters don't have team, so we just go for whatever gives them something, which I probably should shoot for. I probably should shoot for like a more damage on a character, especially if I don't use them. Like I don't really use dark in my team, so this is probably not even the best to have because it's only for him. So maybe something that gives my team more stats in battle will probably be better, since he doesn't have anything that gives team movement speed or team attack speed. So I'm gonna actually equip this for now and save that. See, we get to learn some stuff because I haven't swapped around a lot of my gear in a while. Like most of what I switch around nowadays is my return set and my subjugation set. Those are the ones that I've been focusing on the most. So I haven't really looked at them. So this is a good time for me to get familiar with what I have and everything. So we're gonna swap that since he doesn't have anything that really helps the team. But you see, we had team movement speed on Sara, team movement speed for Choco here. And I probably should look over because I might even, like, even though I know what I have, I might even be overlooking some things. You see, this is team movement speed and attack speed. This is just team movement speed. Oh no, this is movement speed and team attack speed. So I think the movement speed is actually a little bit better because they get to move like really fast. Then I don't think he has any of them, so I gave him just whatever gave him the crit damage. He has movement speed for himself. I could utilize that because I do use him, but it's not going to benefit me in the teams where he's not in. So we want to get something that's going to give us the most bang for our buck for our team. So yeah, this give us some team crit damage. I probably can do better than that and just use his use the regular weapon that I use. I bring this in most of the time. I'm probably better off with that, just because it'll just give us that extra bit of oomph in the battle since it has like the monster weakening, and then he can benefit from it too when I use him. So yeah, we're gonna swap that. Save that up. Alright, so now we got a regular movement speed for Drip. Is there anything we have in here that could give us team movement speed or team the other one that I'm really crazy and can't think of? Team invasion. So that's movement speed for him. Now I might even just go for his that gives the monster weakening as well. I mean, movement speed for him in particular is still great because I do use him in my compositions, but just exactly the same as Tempest. Do I really want to have this equipped when I know that when I'm utilizing a different composition, he's not going to be a part of? Well, I mean, I guess it's not that bad because it's only one team that I don't have him in, and that's my Dan team. The same with Tempest. Those are the only teams that Drip and Tempest is not a part of. No, I don't think Tempest is in my Kobold team. I think I run something different in my Kobold team. Or do I run Tempest? Yeah, I think I can't recall. I think it's Tempest, Drip, and Swordsman and my Kobold team. But no, Tempest is not a part of my battle forest team. That's what it is. I run swordsman and drip instead of tempest for my battle forest because I have Osgod to deal with the air for the most part. So I could keep that, but we're gonna swap it around. We're gonna swap it around and do this instead. I'll save that. So you see, it's a blue, but Light has crazy team movement speed for everybody. I don't think he has anything else that compares. Like this got team movement speed and team attack speed that might be slightly better, but like the amount of team movement speed, like I lose team movement speed and I can gain more. I guess this, it still wouldn't really compare. I guess because of the team attack speed, it might be slightly better. I would have to like test it and level it up too. But this is a lot of team movement speed, and I can still level this up and get more out of it. So we probably leave this for now and come back to it later. Now we have one to give us team crit rate as well as team movement speed and team attack speed on pool. So we go through here. This one give us team movement speed and team attack speed, but it's definitely not about to compare to her karma weapon. Slinger is just going to be so much better, and we put so much emphasis on Slinger just for our subjugation. I don't think this would even stay close. Like, or is it actually? No, it's not going to even be close. There's no way it will be able to because we put so much emphasis in leveling this one up. Here's another one. The team bonus power up is probably good, but does she have something else that we could use outside of that one? I'm not quite sure. I don't think so. Oh, actually, she has a team movement speed here. So we could actually utilize this because it does give us team movement speed. It's funny that like I'm going through it now and I'm finding all of this. I'm sure none of the blues is going to be better than this purple that gives us team movement speed for swordsman. So just going through the list, none of this stuff is going to compare, so we can move on. I want to get through this as quickly as possible too. We have a Bless Legendary for our double team movement speed. I know this is not about to change. And then he has a Karma weapon because he doesn't really have much that does anything for his. It's just like Heart Heater. His Karma weapons is pretty much where you're going to have the best out of everything for him for the most part. Instead of this is the only one that gives you return EXP, but we'll get there. Then Lulu with another. Since he doesn't have a Karma weapon, more likely this is the best that we have. Once again, for our team movement speed. And movement speed for him, because it's like, that's actually really good for him because he's like stupid fast when it comes to farming up stages really quick. Then Constant, he's another one that's kind of weird in that aspect, so more likely this would be the best here. And here's another tricky one. Arms is always the oddball because it's like she don't really have much to go off of. So I went with team crit rate and crit damage, and I'll probably leave it like that. That's probably the best thing that we can come up with for her. Alright, let's move on to our next one. Our damaging set. Now this is the one where we're getting the most DPS out of, where team bonus, power up, and monster weakening are important to have. So we come back to World Finest Food for our warrior, and at the same time we definitely want to focus on crit rate and crit damage a little more, because like early on just stacking attack is important, but once you get to the point into the late game, the end game and stuff, where I am currently, you want to focus more on crit rate and crit damage because you're going to have plenty of collection effects for your attack and plenty of other ways of getting attack when you can't get can't get the team crit rate and team crit damage. Like, this gives me team attack, but it doesn't have team crit rate, team crit damage, but it does also have team bonus power up, which is important. Like, he doesn't, does he? Was it? He does have something that gives, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this does give us team crit damage. We could opt to go there. I think I like the double team attack personally for him, because we got better weapons that give us team crit damage. This is not bad, but not a lot at the same time too. We got team bonus power up coming out of Sora, which is important for us to have. What does? And then we got the double team crit damage for Choco BB. I actually think I can. No. This is the right one, isn't it? Yep, it is the right one. It doesn't really matter. As long as it's the one that's leveled up the most, I suppose. That's where it's the best. You give us the double team crit damage. Then we have Monster Weakening for Tempest. Monster Weakening for Drip. More team crit damage and team attack through Light. It's funny though, because his subjugation weapon is his best weapon for stages as well. Then we had team attack from Pooh with our cheerleaders. I think that's probably the best. I could go for team crit damage though, because this is pretty high. We got pretty high crit damage here. So team crit damages might be a little bit better, but I mean, this team attack is crazy. Like, this team attack is super high. The way, like how high it scales is going to make our attack like on insane numbers. So I'll probably keep this team attack over the crit damage, just because the amount of attack that it gives us, that's going to scale well with the crit damage that we already have. Then team bonus power here. More team bonus power up and some team attack. I probably could go with the team crit damage, but since it has as much team bonus power as it does, this is more likely the reason why we don't want to change that, because it just scales so much well. Team bonus power here. Monster Weakening. More team bonus power. Team attacks, because I don't think he has anything better. Yeah, nothing better. And then team crit damage and team crit rate. I think I just put this on recently because I was looking at what she had and I had to make some changes. I was like, wait a second, I could get so much more damage if I put more crit damage on her. So I went with that. That's it. We won't speed through PvP. Yeah, stuff that says PvP on it. Now this is the one where we want to have return. Unfortunately, Warrior doesn't have anything for return. Like, none of his gives you return EXP. So it really doesn't matter what you have equipped to him, because none of his weapons give you return for EXP. And that's all you want, because you're not using this set for any battles. It's just going to automatically give you your stuff. And then Sora's the same way, right? Yep. But at least Sora's the same way. It doesn't really matter what she had. She doesn't have anything for EXP on return. Yep. Nothing. So she's another one that doesn't really matter what she had, as well as Choco BB, who falls in the same category, that doesn't have anything that gives you return on EXP, which kind of sucks. That's pretty unfortunate. But that's all we're going for, is get the best that we can get on EXP on our returns, trying to max that out as much as possible so we can get as much EXP as we can get possible for our team. So just through and through on our equipped effects, and then leveling up as much in collection effects and transcending as many blues. That's pretty much that in a nutshell. Alright, moving on. So now we go to our subjugation, which we're looking for as much subjugation, attack, HP, and defense as we can get, so our stats are high as possible for what we're equipped on. And then we want to stack as much crit rate and crit damage on top of it. In this area, regular attack, HP, and defense does not work because you have a subjugation stat for it. Same way with PvP, but PvP is trash, so we don't talk about that. So generally here we're looking at the karma weapons for our characters because they scale well. We could go with this to give him extra subjugation attack and extra crit damage, but that's not important because it's just selfish, and the team attack is so much better, the team defense, the team HP, and like these stats help so much at tanking and being survivable. And when you level this up, you get extra team subjugation attack at the bottom and team crit damage, so it just scales really well for your team in battle working on this weapon in particular. The same with Dark, you have the team attack and the team crit damage that scales well, more team HP and team attack. I need to get more levels into this and focus onto this for my subjugation. I have been putting all my karma into Dark lately because I just discovered something great about his karma weapons, and that both of these give us a collection effect of team crit damage. So investing in these is just as good as investing in pools, just because team crit damage scales well everywhere. Then we have Taste of Fire, and then for some of these weapons, I'm also utilizing because of what they bring. But I'll save that for like subjugation videos and stuff. We're just gonna go through the sets and everything because this video is already getting really long. But all right, we get team attack here, the double team attack, and then the extra crit damages. Like we say Sora, Choco, and Warrior are two that specifically have the weapons they have for subjugation, for the ability that they have in their skills as well, if I'm making any sense there. But he doesn't have anything better, so for him to just dish out damage, we just give him this. I mean, Tooth is just Tooth. It helps him dish out damage, so that's great. Same with Drip. Like, it helps him dish out damage. It's the best thing he has. And then, of course, once again, divided for the team effects. Having those extra team stats do help. And then Pooh, which has the best weapons in the game for subjugation. The double team HP is help. The double crit damage is crazy. And then you can't forget Cheerleader and Slinger, which give us the collection of effects. But we have this equipped just because it gives those extra stats. So you can be tanky in battle. This one is equipped for the skill that allow her to be immune to physical damage. So that's why we use this over using the extra team attack and HP that we could have here. It's more damage, but in situations where I need her to tank more, this is just hands down better. I could swap between the two, but I'm lazy. It's like when I need this, I could swap, and then when this is not as important and I can use this one instead, I could swap, but I'm too lazy. You guys should probably swap though. Release, because he doesn't have anything for subjugation, so giving himself more crit damage and giving his team more crit damage is great. More team crit rate, team attack, and team crit damage here. I finally got Torture on her. I was using medicine. It was working well for me and helping me out. I don't know why. I did some testing like between drinker, medicine, and torture, and for whatever reason, like drinker was doing so much better for me. I just don't get it. It was kind of crazy, and then medicine was doing better, but finally torture is just like the number one. I don't know what was going on with my test. And then the team crit damage all the way through and through, like as much crit damage as we can get as possible, because it's just like that's damage. More team crit damage here, and then the team subjugation attack just give us more attack. And I don't think she has anything that's helpful at all. I guess I could utilize this, so I could equip that because that's probably best. And we say that to our subjugation. So we're gonna round it off here at the abandoned mine one. Now for abandoned mine, team attack, team crit rate, team crit damage. You don't want monster weakening or or team power up bonus because it does nothing in Abandoned Mine. So we just go through. I don't think she had anything better. Like, why do I even have this on her? She probably didn't have anything better. And then I don't use her here either. I don't know why I did this team evasion. The double team evasion. I probably can just come in with this weapon and do okay, but that's the one I'm using. The same here. It just has really high attack, so that's the only reason I'm using that one. I probably can do better with something else, like this probably even do me better. So I probably need to change up my Abandoned Mine gear. But this video is going on way too long, so I'm just going to speed through it. So yeah, I'm definitely going to go back and work on my Abandoned Mindset to just give us, see if I can get more team attack, more team crit rate, more team crit damage, so we can do the most damage as possible. This is probably the longest video I've had, and I'm sorry for taking up as much time as I did, but if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, I don't blame you, because I didn't like this video going on as long as it did, but there's a button for you guys as well. Link to the Discord where you can hang out and chat with us is in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, turn those post notifications on so you can view the content when it goes live first. And this is your host, GamerDude2088, and I will see you in another video that's not as long as this one. And I am out of here. Deuces.